Once upon a time, there was a special goose, and this goose could lay one golden egg every single day. And it was the only goose that could do this, so it was one of its kind. So the villagers, they retrieved one golden egg each day, and they patiently collected them until they were able to sell them and become rich. So their lives got so much better than before because of this blessed goose. But one day, just like any other humans, the villagers got greedy, so they started thinking to themselves, hey, if this golden egg-laying goose can lay one golden egg each day, wouldn't there be more golden eggs hiding inside its tummy? So they came up with this idea to cut open the belly of the goose so that they could get multiple golden eggs instead of waiting each day for one golden egg. Of course, not everyone agreed because of obvious reasons, but the belly of the golden goose was cut open due to majority rule. But all the villagers were so disappointed to find out that there was nothing inside the goose's belly. And they also lost the only goose that used to provide them one golden egg every single day. And when I was a child and I read this story, I really couldn't understand the decision the villagers made, right? Who would be dumb enough to kill the goose that laid golden eggs? But if I think about it now, it kind of starts to make sense, right? Try thinking about it this way. Try replacing the villagers with nations around the world, and try replacing the golden egg laying goose with one single small island that could do the same thing, but is not owned by any country. So this gold-producing island would be terra nullius, meaning it's nobody's land. Now, at first, the most logical thing to do would be for all nations to take turns so that everyone could harvest the gold, right? But in reality, what's the chance of that happening? What is the chance of all nations just agreeing to peacefully take turns to get the benefits equally, right? The most probable outcome would be one country harvesting all the gold on the first day and starting a mass excavation into the heart of the island just to destroy that island, making it impossible for other countries to retrieve their share of the gold. Because what is the point of being rich if everybody else becomes rich? Right? The only benefit of being rich is when everyone else is poor, when everyone else is suffering from poverty and are unable to live a prosperous life. That is only when extreme wealth becomes worth it. And I thought to myself that this story of the goose that lays golden eggs is the exact story of modern capitalism. Because we have successfully built a prosperous society with enough resources and enough wealth to feed the entire universe. And yet, we purposefully destroy excess goods in order to maintain power and in order to maintain the current balance that we have. Just like how luxury brands destroy their unsold goods instead of donating them to those in need in order to protect their brand prestige and scarcity. Just like how people like you and I would rarely go out of our way to give away our extra money and extra resources just to help other people. So, long story short, what we can take away from the goose story is this. every single thing in modern society works around inequality, whether it be wealth, power, attention, or whatever. One can only win when there are enough losers. That is the way modern capitalism works. And even if there were such a thing as a goose that could lay golden eggs, people would always try to find a way to exploit it to their own advantage, even if it means completely getting rid of it for eternity. Such is the system that we are living in, but unfortunately, there is not a better one that can replace it, to be honest. So in the end, I guess the choice is up to us, right? So first, what we can do is we can either try to be the winners in this world that looks awfully similar to the society in Squid Games. Try to put as many people below us as much as possible and prevent them from climbing up the ladder so that our positions are secure. That will be the first choice. Or the second thing we could do is we can create our own game instead of playing the game that everybody else plays. So we would make up our own rules and abide by our own principles. So the only silver lining that we can see from this world full of dark clouds is that we still have a choice where to put the majority of our focus on. So I guess that is the good news.